Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I'm actually going to be doing my very first top 15 video for songs by a band that I like. So the reason it's top 15 and not top 10 is because honestly I just feel like top 10 doesn't give me enough room because there are more than 10 songs for bands that I would like to list, in most cases at least. So today I'm going to be talking about the band Demon Hunter, which is one of my favorite bands and one of the first bands that I ever really got into, I guess, when it comes to rock and heavy metal and stuff like that. I've liked them for quite a long time, so I figured why not do a top 15 video about them. So before I get into the actual top 15, I do have 5 honorable mentions, which would pretty much be like the 16 through 20. So those are Collapsing, Undying, Thorns, 1000 Apologies, and The Gauntlet. I think those are all really good songs, and I enjoy them a lot, but they just didn't make the top 15. So number 15 is the title track from their second album, Summer of Darkness. This song, I feel, is quite underrated, actually, and it's mostly because of the chorus. I really love the chorus in this song. It's very melodic, and I really like how it blends together the singing and the screaming and stuff. There's just a lot of things about this song I like. I do think the verses are a little dull in places because it is pretty much just guitar chugging and some screaming and stuff, but the chorus I think makes up for it. So this is my number 15. Number 14, it's kind of a hard decision for me because it was between this and Crucifix, but I decided to go with The World Is a Thorn. Which I do think is actually a pretty underrated song, and I think it's one of Demon Hunter's best heavy songs. It's very fast-paced, very kind of thrash metal-ish, I guess, and I really like the lyrics as well in this song, and just kind of the overall feeling and sound of it. Number 13, I like this song for many of the same reasons that I like The World Is a Thorn, and that is the title track, once again from Storm the Gates of Hell. Storm the Gates of Hell is probably my favorite Demon Hunter album, and this song is a really great beginning to that album. It's really quite a heavy song, and again, I really like the lyrics of the song and the overall sound of it. It's not necessarily the heaviest out of their heavier songs. I would say, like, you know, those would be like Crucifix and The World Is a Thorn and Cross to Bear. This would probably be like the 4th heaviest, I guess, or something like that, but it's still a very heavy song for Demon Hunter, and it's really good. Number 12 is actually another pretty underrated song, and that is My Throat Is an Open Grave from their self-titled debut album. And this is actually a ballad, and I really like Demon Hunter's ballads for the most part, and this song is no exception. It's a really great song. Again, a really great chorus in it, and I also like the lyrics with this one as well, and just the overall sound of the song. I do think it's one of Demon Hunter's best ballads, even though it is incredibly underrated, and so is the entire self-titled album. Number 11 is a song from their most recent album, Outlive, which is Patience. This is probably one of Demon Hunter's most melodic death metal style songs, I guess. Because they do kind of have elements of it here and there, but I wouldn't really consider them to be a melodic death metal band or anything. But this song does remind me a lot of bands like Soilwork, or even some other bands as well, but mostly Soilwork or stuff like that. Patience is a really, really cool song. One of the most melodic songs, I would say, that Demon Hunter's ever done. It's really, really cool. It used to be my favorite from Outlive, but it's not anymore. But it's still very high up there at, like, my 3rd favorite song from Outlive. So that's number 11. Number 10 is from the album Extremist, and it is the song What I'm Not, which I also think is another underrated song. There's a lot of underrated songs on this list. What I'm Not is a bit of an interesting song because it does make use of a lot of elements that I feel like you wouldn't typically hear from Demon Hunter a whole lot. Like this album, or this song rather, has quite a large presence when it comes to synths and stuff like that, which do appear in some of Demon Hunter songs, but they appear, I think, a little bit more prominently in this one. And then the chorus is very upbeat. I feel like this is also probably one of Demon Hunter's most metalcore songs, because it does sound very much like a metalcore song, at least to me. And it's also just a really good song. So, I just really enjoy it a lot. Number 9 is one of their most popular songs, which is Fading Away, again from Storm the Gates of Hell. This is probably one of the most kind of classic Demon Hunter songs, I would say. If you were to list like some of their songs that most people would probably say, like most fans would agree are very good and are kind of the classic Demon Hunter songs that everybody loves, this would definitely be one of them. And again, like What I'm Not, the chorus in this song is very upbeat and really, really good. This is one of Demon Hunter's best choruses, I think, and it's really cool because it's kind of more like a rock song than a metal song, but it's still one of their strongest, I think. At number 8 is the final song from Outlive, at least the standard edition, which is Slight the Odds. Now, there are a lot of reasons why I really like this song. I just think it really fits very well at the end of Outlive and as a closing track. But there's also a lot of other things I really like about it as well. It just has this really cool sound that I feel like Demon Hunter hasn't really done a whole lot before. And to me, it almost feels kind of like a heavy ballad in a way, because not necessarily like a rock song, but it just kind of a heavy ballad, because it is a heavier song in several ways, but it's entirely clean vocals for one, which, not saying that there can't be heavy songs that have only clean vocals, but it has entirely clean vocals, and the sort of singing style and the lyrics kind of remind me a lot of ballads that Demon Hunter has written. So I think that's a really cool thing, plus the whole symphonic element where there are strings that appear in the song, and of course I'm a big fan of symphonic elements in rock and heavy metal. That's one of the main reasons why like Red is one of my favorite bands and stuff like that. Slight the Odds, really great song. I think it's kind of underrated as well. One of the best definitely from Outlive. Number 7 is yet another song from Outlive, which is probably my favorite song from the album, and that is Cold Blood. Now, once again, I feel like this song is also kind of unique, even though Outlive, I would say, is one of Demon Hunter's weaker albums. I would also say it's one of their most unique albums, because there's a lot of songs on here that are very, very different from anything that we've ever heard from the band before. I actually really like the verses in this song. I think they sound really cool, and then of course the chorus and the guitar solo are both very melodic. And I actually think that this song has one of Demon Hunter's best guitar solos, because they do have a lot of good ones, but this is definitely one of my favorites. Number 6 is, once again, from the album Extremist, and that is the song Artificial Light. Artificial Light, I would say, if you were to want to get into Demon Hunter, I would say this is one of the best songs to go with. Not that it's the only one, but I would say if you are a new fan, or if you would like to look at some good songs by the band, this is one that you should definitely check out, because it has a lot of things that make Demon Hunter a good band. It's got, melody, and it's got good verses and a good chorus, and it just kind of, to me, kind of captures the essence and the sound of Demon Hunter in some way. It's just a really good song, and I like it a lot. Number 5 is the only song on this list from the Triptych, because honestly the Triptych is one of my least favorite Demon Hunter albums. Even though a lot of people say it's one of their favorites, I just personally, it's not for me. But number 5 is Deteriorate, which in my opinion is again one of Demon Hunter's strongest ballads. And it's just a really, really great song, and one that I think is kind of underrated as well. Again, this song also has a really great chorus and good lyrics, and it's just overall a great ballad and one of the best Demon Hunter songs in my opinion. Number 4, I feel much the same way about number 4 as I do Deteriorate, which is Dead Flowers. This is an incredible song. It used to be like my second or maybe even my favorite Demon Hunter song. It's just a really great song. Again, good lyrics here and a great guitar solo. This probably has my favorite guitar solo in any Demon Hunter song. And one of my favorites, I would think, of all time as well. It's just a really beautiful song, I think, and it's just really good. At number 3, we have another song from True Defiance, which is God Forsaken. It's got really cool verses and a good chorus, and one of the Demon Hunter's strongest choruses, I think, and then it kind of breaks down a little bit into the song and kind of gets a little softer, kind of similar to what August Burns Red does. It kind of reminds me of that. And then it just kicks right back into it, and then it ends with this kind of breakdown sort of thing that goes on for quite a while, which personally I'm not a huge fan of. I don't really care for that part of the song too much, but the song overall is very good. Number 2 is, again, from Storm the Gates of Hell, and it is the song Carry Me Down. This is probably Demon Hunter's most popular ballad, and it's a really great song. Again, really great lyrics, and one of their again, and probably another classic Demon Hunter song. I just really love this song. It's kind of captures everything that you would want out of a Demon Hunter ballad, I think, and it's just a really great song. Now we come to number 1, my favorite Demon Hunter song. It's been my favorite for a little while now. I do think this song is very underrated, actually, and it comes from their album Summer of Darkness, and it is the song I Play Dead. I think I Play Dead is a fantastic song, and I really like how it's kind of similar to the song Gasoline, which was on Extremis, which came like a decade after this album. It kind of is a soft song, and then it gets a little heavier towards the chorus and stuff like that. It's kind of a mixture of a ballad and a heavy song, because it does have some screaming and stuff in it. And it's really cool, and again, like the title track from Summer of Darkness, the song has a really good chorus and very melodic chorus. I think it's one of Demon Hunter's best as well. And it's just a really cool song, and I like it a lot. So I would probably say it's my favorite. So that is my list of my top 15 Demon Hunter songs. Let me know what you guys think of it, and if you agree with me or disagree with me. What are your favorite Demon Hunter songs? Let me know in the comments, and that is pretty much the end of the video, so I will see you all next time.